Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Why am I sitting so low in my chair? That's because I bought this like really cool Christmas tree headband, and then I realized when I put it on that I like can't get it all in the frame. So anyway, it is December and Christmas is almost here and everybody is posting like their holiday glam looks, and I'm like, you know what? I like playing with color, so I'm going to do kind of like a bold like red green look for you guys, and I don't really have this planned out, but we're just gonna go and see what I come up with. Okay, so kind of off camera, I used the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation in soft beige, also the Anastasia brow powder in ebony, and then the Beige Cosmetics concealer in 100. So I did all that off camera because I have a feeling my eye look is going to take quite a while, especially if I mess up. So I'm working with the Athena palette today, and I'm going to do a combination of Truth and Heroic as my transition colors. And I'm just going to pop that into my crease. I think I want to do sort of like a red on top and like green on my eyelid kind of look. Taking Power, which is a matte red, I'm going to use kind of like still a fluffy brush, but not quite as fluffy. And I'm going to pop that again in my crease to darken up that red and really get that Christmas red in there. And going into the Full Spectrum palette from Urban Decay, we're using a combination of Midnight Blaze and 100. And the key to doing like red and green colors together is because they're complementary colors, they can become very brown and muddy. And so, I don't know, I am hoping that this doesn't turn out super like brown and muddy, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do a cut crease today because I feel like that will do a really good job of separating the red and the green. So I'm going in with the Beige Cosmetics concealer that I was using, and this one is in the shade 100, and I'm taking a kind of like a oval-y brush. It's very stiff, and I'm going to brush that over my eyelid, kind of just like halfway across, but then because I have hooded eyelids, I am bringing it up a little bit higher so that when I do put kind of like the bright green that I want down, you can kind of still see it when my eyes are open. So now with that sort of cut crease on my eyes, I'm going to the Athena palette using Purity to reset that concealer on my eyes so that when I do apply green over it, it doesn't really like clump up or create like these little wrinkle lines that I get. So using all of my colorful palettes today, we're taking this matte green from the NYX Ultimate Shadow palette and using a brush to sort of pack that on where I put the concealer for my crease. So in the area between kind of like the two greens that are already on my eyelid, I'm using this duochrome color called Rage from Looxi Cosmetics, and I'm using this sort of like as a blending color, but also as sort of like a standout color, kind of like a halfway between a cut crease and a halo eye. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this, but I'm just gonna see how this turns out because I really love this green. So that turned out to be a little bit darker than I wanted, so I'm going back with the green that I used, that matte green from that NYX palette, and intensifying the inner corners of my eyelids and blending that back into that Rage color. So because we're being really extra today, I figured I would bust out kind of like my loose glitter. So this one is from Creative Soul Cosmetics, and then I'm taking the Duraline and I'm just going to drop a drop or two into the loose glitter with just like a metal palette that I have and mix it around. I'm going to be using this as my liner. Okay, so I also went ahead and popped lashes on real quick, and I used the AOA Cosmetics $1 eyelashes in the one that is called Cate. And I realized that now after I put the lashes on, that my glitter might be transferring up to the top of my eyelid because my eyes are hooded, and the Duraline does a really good job with pigments but not a super good job with glitter. So as that transfers onto my eyelid, I'm just going to accept it and move on. Going back into the Athena palette with the Power color, that matte red, I'm just using that to smoke out the bottom of my eyes. I don't really want any more green down there, so I'm really just using this red. And then I'm just going in with Fierce and popping that into the inner corners of my eyes to give myself a little more pop and to bring that gold tone over. So on to the rest of my face, because miraculously I don't really have any fallout. I'm using the Becca blush in Songbird and using a big brush to sort of bronze-ish brighten my face. This is a really nice color for me because it is kind of like a halfway between a blush and a bronzer. And then going in with the Benefit bronzer in Hoola, I'm kind of doing that same thing. Contouring today with Tawny from Makeup Geek Cosmetics, and I am in love with this bronzer contour color. And then using the Coralista, also in Benefit, to use that as a blush, grabbing a fluffy brush and sort of just brushing it onto my cheeks. I don't want to go too overboard with this because my eyes are already so red. For highlight, I'm using a Rekindle from Makeup Geek Cosmetics and using just a small fan brush, brushing a little bit of that onto my cheeks. Keeping it simple on the lips today, we're using the Lorac Cosmetics Alter Ego Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Prom Queen. And I did not want to go with a matte color just because it is a festive look and it's already pretty glimmery and glam, so using a gloss kind of helps with that look. Okay, you guys, so I think that completes my look. I actually really like the way that this turned out, and you could totally wear this to almost like an ugly Christmas sweater party. I feel like would be a good, kind of when you want to be a little bit tacky but still glam at the same time. This lip gloss, it is coming off a little bit on my teeth, but that doesn't really bother me. If you want to be eating and drinking, I just recommend that you use a matte liquid lipstick instead. That might have a better staying power. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my channel, for supporting me, and yeah, I just love you guys so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!